Welcome back. Point of no return, man. We know too much, man. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing too much. God to reveal himself over and over again to us, for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, man. Never promised, bro. All you have is right now, this moment. I hope you're fully living in yours, because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. Just adding variations to the roots and the foundation that we've already built. We got to continue to evolve. So even though we have these things that we do religiously, traditionally, ritualistically, whatever you want to call it, and we know it's for our good and for our betterment, to keep us closer to our higher self and keep us closer to God. He's telling you to continue to elevate. You got to continue to evolve. You got to continue to get better, get smarter, get more efficient, learn how to make less mistakes. You got to learn how to spot the enemy at play and learn how to be the defense, because you the head of your household. You the start of everything and the stop of everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to fortify yourself, because you have a lot of weight on your shoulders. You have a lot of dreams that are becoming, that are unfolding, that are blooming before your eyes. And you have to continue to do what you know is right. And he say that a stronghold, a curse, whatever been holding you back has been broken. He say that you went through a traumatic experience. And the behaviors and the things that you would usually do to cope in a negative way, whether it's smoking, drinking, self-pleasuring, gambling, violence, loathing, eating, whatever it is, sleeping, whatever it is. And it's like, this time you didn't do none of that. You went to God and you kept going to God. You kept going to God. You kept going. And that's all he was saying. He was like, I needed you to understand that, yes, it is important that you be with me, especially through the good times, because you need to know how to handle these blessings correctly and responsibly. But through your low times is when he really see your heart and really see your character. And when you go through these low times, you didn't take it out really on nobody. You were just expressing yourself and really trying to make sense of everything that was going on. And once you got down to the root of it, you saw that this is spiritual warfare once again. So you did your fighting by praying. You did your fighting by going to God, by going to Christ, by letting the Holy Spirit come and cleanse you, cleanse the situation, letting time heal, letting Mother Nature do its thing, letting Father Time do his thing. And then you continue to express appropriately as these feelings and emotions and these thoughts come. But you handled this trauma in a very, very graceful way. You know what I mean? So God is going to truly bless you, and he's giving you the desires of your heart right now. Like everything that you have dreamed for, everything that you have been crying for, been longing for, been yearning for, been desiring to do is becoming. And it's because of you were limitless in allowing God to just give you the visions. You didn't tell God what you wanted. You let God show you what you had, what he had for you. And then you was like, okay, but what do I need to do to receive this? And he said, keep doing what I'm telling you to do. Keep doing what I'm asking you to do. Keep doing what I'm showing you to do. Keep saying what I'm telling you to say. Keep going to the people that I'm putting on your heart and putting on your mind. Keep doing these hard things and facing these hard battles. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes taking a fall and taking the blame, but you're doing everything with grace, with style, with swag, and your charisma and this Christianity and this walk of faith is rubbing off on people, and it's making loving God and loving Jesus and talking about this in the open cool again. You know what I'm saying? So you doing something revolutionary and you don't even know. And because of that, because you got God on your lips, on your tongue, because you got God in your heart and your soul and your mind, and you're not afraid to express it and give this gift to others, he about to give you all your gifts. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you've been doing to help people, comfort, if you've been giving people money, if you've been giving people time, if you've been giving people attention, if you've been giving people medical care, if you've been giving people food, if you've been giving people water, if you've been giving people prayer, if you've been giving people God, God is about to give you the same thing. So what you do in this realm, you create in the higher realm. So all your work, all your seeds that you sowed, now they're up out the ground. And you should be able to see the fruits of your labor. You should be able to see that your crop is eternal. This never ends. So you just got to stay with God. You got to stick with God. You got to understand that everything I'm telling you is true. And if you don't believe it, I believe it. So it's happening for me. So I just want other people to, once again, experience this breakthrough with me. Remember, I started this channel and I told you I was going to take y'all step by step how to get through a breakthrough. If you go back and you look at all the videos, I'm telling you where I was at all these places in my life, and I'm telling you where I'm at right now. And if you've been rocking with me, if you've been walking with me, you've been walking on your faith, hopefully, and I pray and building your relationship with God, and he's been taking you on the same walk he's been taking me, and you should be getting closer to your dreams and your breakthroughs too. So it's like we can experience this together. So I pray that as life has been testing you and trying you, that you understand that as you pass these big battles, the higher you go, the easier it will get for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the battle's not going to be tough, but it's like you learn how to handle it more. You learn how to win faster and easier. You learn how to win, you know what I'm saying, without fighting. You learn how to avoid a lot of the trips and a lot of traps that the enemy got, because they be so obvious, because he can only do the same thing over and over. So once you kind of learn his pattern and you learn the way he move, you learn the way he think, you learn the way he attack, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like okay, now I know what to do. Now I know what to say. And a lot of it is just sticking with God, because he's going to be the one to guide you and give you everything to do. And if you just listen to everything he say, he going to keep you here. Don't put yourself in a bad situation because you're being disobedient to God, you know what I'm saying? Because you're being disobedient to your purpose, to the promise that he got over your life. You can't complain over where you at, over what you have or what you don't have, over who you have or who you don't have, if you're not following his direction and following his guide. You asking for a better life. He's telling you and you're not listening. But if you've been listening, boy, you about to get paid like in every aspect of the word. So, you know, just continue to be humble. Just continue to go to him. Continue to give him thanks. Continue to give him all praise, honor, and glory, in spite of everything that you go through. And just continue to go to him first. Continue to ask him, what should I do? What should I say? Especially in difficult situations, because you don't want to make a bad decision, you know what I'm saying? Because you mad in that flash, you know what I'm saying? And because you hurt in that moment, because you frustrated, or because you confused, or because you sleepy, or because you unstable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you always got to go to God first so he could continue to keep you here, because the enemy is at play and he's just looking for an opportunity to get into these relationships, to get into these children, to get into these men, to get into these women of great power and great stature, and use them for bad and corrupt them and pervert them and confuse them. And he's doing it to taunt God. He could care less about you. He's always aiming at God. You're never the target. You just a plaything, a play toy to him. So you got to stop playing with him, and you got to shut him out. You got to get out the stinking thinking. You got to continue to believe in the impossible. You got to continue to know that with God, there is no limits. There is nothing that he can do once he approves, once he say, yeah, once y'all on the same page and y'all on the same page, trust me, everything you want, need, desire is becoming. So just continue to step in it, continue to have grace, continue to have poise, continue to have professionalism, continue to have articulation and good communication, and continue to be clear. And sometimes that means straight to the point. Straight killer, no filler. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people got to trim the fat and just get to what needs to be said, what needs to be done. And that's how God moves. He very direct. If you want something, tell him. If you need something, tell him. But you got to go to him. You got to stick with him, and you got to stay with him. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You can't go and get what you want, and then you gone 3, 4, 5 months or a year, a couple years, until your next situation that bring you down to your rock bottom. Then you ask, nah, you got to stay with him through all times, like he's staying with you through all times. You know what I'm saying? He love you. Whatever you done, whatever you said, whatever you've been through, whatever you put other people through, he still, love you and look at you like you're the most beautiful thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to really elevate and really just step out on our faith. My friend was talking about being called out the boat and walking on water. Man, I say at this point, I'm doing backflips. I'm doing stunts on this thing. Like, I'm not afraid, bro. Like, I'm not scared, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't understand that even my fears are in God control, and it's because I do fear God and respect God. So my fears are very, very appropriate, but I fear no man, no nothing but God, bro. So I want my purpose to be fulfilled. I know that it's being fulfilled. I want the promise to be fulfilled, and I know it's being fulfilled, and I want it to be it so for you as well. So please, please just continue to elevate, and it's in your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your soul. But overall, love conquers all. So he look at your heart, not what you say, but what you do. He look at what's inside, you know what I'm saying? Because what's inside ultimately is going to determine what you do. And it's at your highest times and at your lowest times that your truest self usually and most definitely comes out. So if you've been looking at everything you've been going through and how you've been handling all these situations like a king, like a queen, you feel me? God about to truly, truly give you your crown of life. So get ready to receive your blessing. It is becoming. Till next time, Slim.